What's with the sandy shorts? What's
Well, I just got off a plane.
Oh, and your feet were swollen?
And no. But the shoes I had on were wrong. And my other shoes are lost in the bags. We didn't have time to find them.
Oh, I see.
So I thought no shoes were better than the wrong shoes, no?
Still the model sensibilities. Take care of your accessories.
It's interesting that, you know, here you are still in a profession and working so well in a profession where, you know, beauty is at a premium and perfection is meant to be everything. And yet you reckon that the reason you made it was because you had, I'll quote, gap teeth, a lumpy nose and a lopsided face.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's right.
Do you think
Good
you
job
did?
no one else can see it.
No, I think it's, you know, what's individual about a person is in the end what's glorious about them, you know? I mean, look at someone like Barbra Streisand who took her spectacularly strong nose and made something of it. I have relatives that bobbed their noses and that was the end of them. They lost their sense of humor, everything went, you know? I hope she doesn't hear this.
Probably not unless she lives
knows
over
who
here.
she is.
But you get interviewed every decade goes by, 30, 40, now 50, about how you're still on top there. And I think, like a lot of women, you did go through a fairly dark period in your 40s, didn't you?
Certainly did. Mid-40s, getting out the gas pipe.
Was it really that bad?
Yes, because I raised my mother's children. My mother was ill when I was in my adolescence, so I knew that having a child is a very tall order, and you can't do it all. And I loved traveling, and I wanted to travel, and I had this career, and I just never sort of got it together to have a family. And so I didn't have a family. My career, I did American Gigolo at the age of 40, which is a little late for Hollywood. Yeah. Because I'd spent the 6 months a year previously seeing the world, traveling on my own.
You didn't particularly enjoy acting anyway, did you?
Oh no, I love it. When you've got good people, it's fantastic. I mean, you can't wear it out. And I just saw Ben Scott, is it? Sven Scott in the something Prince's play.
Yeah.
Right. God, oh, I mean, it just made me want to just push my way right up onto the boards, you know.
But
I haven't done it in 7 years.
Was your own particular midlife crisis, was it largely rooted in not having children? You used to have terrible dreams.
I think it was rooted in the fact that we were at a point in our history. First of all, I think it's almost over. This thing's got about another 2 seconds to go. Of women not being in their prime and not being as valuable and as viable as men. I think that historically that point was being reached with my huge generation of 60s. I mean, the States, the reason the 60s happened in the States was that half of our country was under 25. Right. And that was the secret of the great youthquake. And so these women were highly educated, my generation, and we have gone out on our own, gotten our own jobs, and no one's going to park us the way they tried to park our mothers.
So how did you fight back then? I mean, if in your early 40s you felt that the modelling stuff, which defined you really, was drying up, and the lack of children, how did you come back?
I had sort of quit modelling and was doing these movies, and as I say, I did Gigolo, which was probably the best script I had at 40. So I'd become a cheesy movie queen, as Malcolm McLaren called me. And
you had a relationship with him, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, and still do.
A friendship, one hopes.
Yes, well, we're related. I think once you love someone, you're related for life. At least that's how I am. So anyway, I just kept doing movies. I was doing 5 a year, and they were pretty bad. And so my career wasn't feeding me. I had no family. I was getting out of a very long relationship that really I had to face wasn't working. And I suddenly this Barney's campaign happened, and I realized that other women felt the same way because these pictures of me came out, and women came up to me.
And suddenly you were a role model for older women, as we'll say.
Well, I realized it wasn't just me feeling bad, that we'd all disappeared, that the images of women are strictly girls, which is nuts. It's, crazy. It's bad for guys because then they think they can only be with girls, and we don't even want to say the 5-syllable word that leads to, Girls think that they have no place to grow to. They think that once they're, and it makes women feel terrible. And I think that one of the old reasons they parked us is because I think women's brains get particularly good after menopause. I think when your equipment shuts down, your birthing equipment shuts down. Let's face it, all these girls are smiling because they know.
You lose your eggs, you get your brain cells, basically.
Yeah, I think we dummy up because of boys around 12. Watch out, girls. It can happen to you. We start dummying up around 12. Let's face it, we read quicker than men. Boys, we do everything quicker. They're running around like little wild testosterone creatures, and we're like organizing and playing this and doing that. And there's a huge difference between them. And then we get dumb at 12, and then we start shaping up again around 40 to 47, 50. That's the way I see it.
Great. What do you think happens after that, though? I mean, once you... I would have to...
What do you mean, Judy?
Well, what I mean is, I was kind of the other day feeling sorry for myself for being in my late 40s, as one does. And I read an article by somebody who said, believe me, it gets much worse after 70. And I thought, my God, yes, there is that to come as well.
Well,
I'm sorry to depress you.
I just think that a lot of that is attitude. I think it's people giving us attitudes.
But do you think you?
I mean, just think. We are in an envelope. We're water in an envelope that gets to walk around. We get to see other envelopes of water and sun and energy. I mean, it's a miracle. Yeah. It's an outright foot to the floor, insane miracle that, you know, you're looking at me, I'm looking at you, you're sitting here, you're there, you guys are running back and forth wherever you are, from Liverpool to London to Manchester to, you know, I'm coming from Africa to here to there. I mean, it's a miracle.
Do you think...
So how can that not just get better?
I suppose it does, put like that. Do you think that the kind of prejudice you talk about towards older women, which you say has got about 2 seconds left to run before it evaporates, do you think that that was actually partly to do with the industry that you were a part of, you know, in the 60s and 70s? You know, that you, whatever you say about the way you felt you looked, people looked to you as this image of youthful perfection, and that in a sense you helped to create the problems which you then inherited.
Certainly that helps it, but it's a pimple on the superstructure of monotheism. One God,
I was going to say that.
Bleep. I'm not allowed to say the word on TV, am I? But I mean, it's you know, it's the idea of these old timey religions that we've had hanging over our necks for 4,000 years now, that sort of parked women. And I mean, the Druids certainly. You guys had your own particular goddesses here. That I mean, and I think that's all changing. We're sort of starting to realize that, in fact, we were made in the two-backed beast. We were made very differently to be of use to each other equally, not one up here and one down there.
Yes, because
because
you're in a very good relationship now with a younger Italian man.
Not young enough. Well, no. Sorry, sweetheart. I was just teasing.
Now, here you go, because I've read that you think that basically older guys don't have it, you know, and don't have it in the eyes anymore, and young guys do, you know, that's the only way forward.
I'm not saying that. I've met a couple of pretty cute older ones. I think it really is they've been trained badly. From my generation up. They've got some pretty bad training. But, you know, there are always the eccentrics and exceptions that prove the rule, don't they say over here? You know?
Well, I mean, it would be silly to...
And I like younger ones, too.
Yeah, well, obviously,
some very toothsome young ones.
Well, how, can I mind me asking?
No, never mind.
You won't answer how the Italian producer is, because he produces your
Oh,
talk show.
Luca, he's a full-grown man. You don't have to throw him back. He's like 41. I mean, that's
ancient.
Man. Yeah.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah. How old are you?
40.
40.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you're spunky and alive.
She doesn't know me very well, does she?